The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports.
The Jackson Rockabillys, Union and Bethel Universities, USJ, TCH, JCS, and Peabody.
Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers.
Thanks to the sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes, to belts, to alignments, to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
If it's black, round, and rolls, we have it in stock for you. I'm Taylor at King Tire Company. Come see us at any of our 3 convenient locations in Jackson or Humboldt and let our family take care of yours.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating, 668-3339, for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
If you are in need of luxury interior design services, look no further than Campbell King Interiors. Based in Jackson, Tennessee, Caroline Campbell and Erica King have a combined experience of 31 years. From residential design services to commercial construction, no job is too big. Let Campbell King Interiors transform your vision into reality. You can find them at www.campbellkinginteriors.com or on Instagram and Facebook.
New Nissans are rolling in. Over 70 new Nissans to choose from. That means special incentives. 0% financing up to 60 months. And invoice pricing, so you pay what we pay. Plus over 70 pre-owned units. Something for everyone. Certified pre-owned too. Luxury vehicles. BMW, Lexus, Alfa Romeo, and much more at Carlock Prestige. Check out all we have to offer at CarlockNissanofJackson.com. You should already be here.
I will be the greatest, greatest, greatest. 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 I will be
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes, to belts, to alignments, to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt. Hi, this is Kurt King with King Tire Company. Did you know that you're supposed to rotate your tires every 5,000 miles? Did you know that we do that free at King Tire Company? Come see us today at any 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt and let my family take care of yours.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
New Nissans are rolling in. Over 70 new Nissans to choose from. That means special incentives. 0% financing up to 60 months. And invoice pricing, so you pay what we pay. Plus over 70 pre-owned units. Something for everyone. Certified pre-owned too. Luxury vehicles. BMW, Lexus, Alfa Romeo, and much more at Carlock Prestige. Check out all we have to offer at CarlockNissanofJackson.com. You should already be here.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Live from Carlock Stadium and Kirkland Field in Jackson, Tennessee, BallGame Blitz Sports Network and Worthy Road Studios proudly present USJ Bruins football. And tonight, it's the final non-region matchup of the season as the Bruins will be taking on the South Gibson County Hornets. Hello again, everyone. I'm Steve Beverly. It's great to be back with you again. Last week, I had my good friend and colleague and terrific job he did, Stephen Aldridge, and I really appreciate him. Thank you very much, Stephen, for filling in for me last week. But that was then. This is now. To set the stage for Coach Derek Pritchard's Bruins, as we mentioned, it was a week last Friday night to forget and focus on tonight. Last Friday night at Jackson Christian, the Eagles dominated the Bruins 41-0. USJ could not get its patented ground game going, and they turned the ball over 4 times, leading to 27 Eagle points. As we say, that was then, this is now. The Bruins are still 3-1 on the season. That's good news. And also, Noah Spencer is still one of the elite running backs in all of West Tennessee with 547 yards on 87 carries. That's an average of 137 yards a game, and they're going to need that from Noah tonight. Quarterback Corbin Howard has thrown for 481 yards on the season, and tonight he'll be looking for his favorite targets, Ryan Hutchison, Alex Wallace, and tight end Sam McMillan. On defense, McMillan, Nate Height, Mills Terry, a lot of the others. They lead the charge, and they hope to put a lot of pressure on the Hornets' offensive attack, and I'll tell you about a little twist in their game tonight. South Gibson comes in with an explosive offense. They're averaging 32 points a game, but they do face a dilemma tonight at quarterback. Senior Heath Howe, he suffered a torn ACL back in week number 2, and so his replacement, sophomore Cade Allen, has done a fine job. However, he's not in the country tonight. He is away playing baseball in the Dominican Republic for the USA National 15 and under team. We wish him the best of success. But tonight, the Hornets will be turning to senior Landon Dowdy and junior Troy Jocelyn to call the signals. And they'll probably be rotating on different packages. They'll be looking for 240-pound senior tight end Cam Clark, who has committed already to Ole Miss next season. Also, they'll be looking for wide receiver Jonathan Reed. At running back, the Hornets depend on senior Gabe Lovern, and he is weighing offers right now from Austin Peay and from Troy. He checks in at 220 pounds. Last week against Christian County, Kentucky, Lovern rolled up 120 yards and scored 3 touchdowns. Now, on the offensive line for South Gibson, Jonathan Cale, Sam Smith, Jack Smith, Ty Arnold, Mason Bennett, and Deaton Hearn. They're the ones that hope to be opening up some holes tonight. And you look at the weights on these guys, 252, 255, 280, 295. Once again, as it has been most weeks, a very big offensive line that will be challenging the Bruins tonight. On defense, the Hornets will feature Clark. And I got to tell you, when I talked to Coach Ben Johnson, he said that Clark is a beast at linebacker. Jurgen Crenshaw has 50 tackles in his first 4 games for South Gibson. And Cade Beaver is a sophomore safety. He also can go at running back, and he is the number 2 tackler for the Hornets. Now, both teams are coming in tonight 3-1. For USJ, that front line will attempt to make life very miserable for the inexperienced quarterbacks of South Gibson. And if Corbin Howard can find his rhythm as he did 2 weeks ago against Trinity, then I'll tell you, things will get very interesting tonight on this field. Well, those are the key people whose names you'll be hearing us call during the course of tonight's broadcast. Tonight's game is presented under broadcast rights for the BallGame Blitz Sports Network and Worthy Road Studios. And before I continue, our little disclaimer, how about this shot of tailgating before USJ football? This is a spectacular view of the parking lot right behind Carlock Stadium. And everybody has had fun. They've had things for the kids. They've had great food. You walk up here tonight, and it's like Oh my, the food is just overwhelming you. What a tremendous thing it is to show up here. This is looking like game day on ESPN. But anyway, any other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of tonight's game without the expressed written consent of Worthy Road Studios and its executive producer, Paul Schultze, is strictly prohibited. We'll be back with the start of tonight's game right after you visit with the good folks who make all of our sports telecasts possible, and those are our sponsors.
McCoy's Heating and Air specializes in more than just HVAC services. Our service department has expert plumbers to handle a wide variety of plumbing issues. Do you have a dripping faucet, broken toilet, or broken water heater? Whatever the issue may be, contact McCoy's today for quick service. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Pools and Spa's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive for full details and see available styles in person. Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Pools and Spa's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
New Nissans are rolling in. Over 70 new Nissans to choose from. That means special incentives. 0% financing up to 60 months. And invoice pricing, so you pay what we pay. Plus over 70 pre-owned units. Something for everyone. Certified pre-owned too. Luxury vehicles. BMW, Lexus, Alfa Romeo, and much more at Carlock Prestige. Check out all we have to offer at CarlockNissanofJackson.com. You should already be here.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes, to belts, to alignments, to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
Chris King here with King Tire Company. Leveling kits, lift kits, wheels, and tires, we can take care of that at any of our King Tire Company locations at a price you can afford.
Hello folks, this is Gary Deaton right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installation, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
And the fans continue to trickle in, and in just a moment, the USJ chorus will be singing our national anthem, and they do a fabulous job regardless of when or where it is. And it's good to be back home, even though the last 2 games, the team only had to go 5 minutes or 10 minutes across town. But here we go with the invocation and our national anthem.
USJ Concert Choir, directed by Mr. Jared Hildebrand.
Please pray with me. Dear God, thank you for bringing these 2 teams together tonight. I pray for safety for each player on the field and for good sportsmanship between players, coaches, and spectators. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
And how about that? They do us proud every single home game as the USJ Concert Choir sings our national anthem. And we got a great turnout tonight. The temperature is, now that the sun has gone behind the tree and the lights are on here at Kirkland Field, 79 degrees is our temperature, but we are expecting it by the time this is all over with tonight to be down to about 68. Last night in West Tennessee, we were down in the mid-50s, and that was a welcome change from what we've had in recent weeks. But tonight, we should be playing very comfortable temperatures in the 70s, not nearly as much humidity as we have had in the early part of the season. It is amazing to think that after tonight, we are halfway through the regular season. Yep. Regardless of who wins it, that's 5 down and 5 to go, and it all really begins to make a huge difference next week because the final 5 will be region contests for USJ that stepped up in class this season, and so they will be some challenging opportunities. But this USJ team, and I know that Coach Derek Pritchard, he really believes that this team will put aside the rough night that they had at Jackson Christian last week and that they will be at the top of their game tonight, and it always helps when you're back home. Coming in tonight, the Hornets averaging 32 points a game. It's been a little tougher with that goose egg last week because the Bruins dropped to 15.5 points a game. So tonight they need to be a little bit more explosive. But as we mentioned, in case you just joined us, this South Gibson team is going without its starting senior quarterback who tore his ACL, Heath Howe. We certainly hope that he has a full recovery from that. It's one of those injuries that unfortunately is typically, at that point in time, it is a season ender, and you hate to see that particularly for somebody who is a senior. But they are going with their third and fourth team quarterbacks tonight. They'll probably rotate again Troy Joslin and Landon Dowdy because the number 2 quarterback, who's done a terrific job so far this season, he is playing international baseball in the Dominican Republic this weekend. He is playing on the USA national team for 15 and under and certainly bringing a great deal of pride to the good folks up in Medina. And so Cade Allen, we really, really wish him the best of luck as he continues on that journey. And we are just about ready for the toss of the coin. The captains are making their way. And we'll tell you who they are tonight. It's going to be Christian Melton, a senior, as well as Justin Parker, also a senior, and Marshall Box. So we got 3 seniors for the Bruins who are ready to meet their counterparts at the opposite end, and that will be Jurga Crenshaw, senior linebacker and running back, as well as, and I'm looking over here, it looks like they're going to send 4 captains out now. Heath Howell, the senior, who is in street clothes tonight. He does have his jersey on, but he is coming out as one of the captains. Cameron Clark, double tough senior tight end, and number 58, Ty Arnold, who is a senior who plays on both sides of the line, and he goes 255 pounds. And the officials going over the ground rules for tonight. And we're glad to have you all aboard this evening. Hope you're going to enjoy an outstanding football game. And for those who are following USJ very, very closely, this is a night you want to turn it back around, and I got a feeling you're going to have a lot of loudness from this stand the whole game student section. And the Hornets are coming down. There goes your toss. And the Hornets have won it. Let's see if they choose to receive or if they're going to defer. They're going to defer to the second half. So almost surely in a case like that, the Bruins will receive. And so the option for the second half will go to the Hornets. And we're about set to go. And our kickoffs and punt returns are brought to you, as they are every week, by Cameron King Interiors right here in Jackson. And they do a fabulous job, and they are highly professional. And here they go, the Bruins. And they hope to liven up this crowd tonight tremendously. Coming into the game tonight, Bruins averaging 13 first downs a game. They've given up 14. And Corbin Howard, 35 of 65 on the season for 481 yards. And rushing, the Bruins have averaged 173.5 yards a game. And a good portion of that is the 137 per game from Noah Spencer. And the opponents, though, have hit the Bruins for an average of about 206 yards a game, and I know that's where head coach and defensive coordinator Derek Pritchard wants to see that number come down. And they're headed back deep to receive, going to be standing at about the 10-yard line. And you can hear the music getting this place electrified tonight. And fans are still making their way in from that tailgate scene that you saw just a few minutes ago. And we are about set to go. And he's spotting that thing down on the 40. And to kick off is Braxton Crowell. He is a sophomore. They've got a lot of confidence in him. And Bruins moving up to about the 15 to take this one. And let the games begin. And they went for, and there you go. He was clobbered. Good instinctive move on behalf of the Bruins, and a terrific job by Ben Melton, the great hands that he has, because they were trying to get an onside kickoff. So the Bruins will start with excellent field position at their own 45. And they got the pep band out here tonight, so we're going to hear a lot of enthusiasm. Hornets tried a surprise at the beginning, and it was one of those high floaters, and Ben Melton was right on top of it. So it's Corbin Howard in at quarterback, and Noah Spencer in the backfield, and he's got three wideouts, one man in motion. And he's going to go right up the middle with Spencer, and he gets a good 5-yard pickup. So it's 2nd and 5 for the Bruins right at the split midfield. And the setup is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be an empty backfield, but in a lot of cases like this, you've got, in this case, 5 wideouts. And there's a quick screen. It goes to Alex Wallace. He's got the first down and gets inside the 40 to the 39, an 11-yard pickup. Doing smart passing, got it completely out of his hands very quickly. Wallace has 130 yards receiving coming into tonight, and he just tacked on another 11 for that. So it's 1st and 10 Bruins at the Hornet 39. And that one, bad snap, but he picks it back up, and he's going to do the best he can. He's going to be dropped back at the 47. That was just a little bit of a high snap. So that's going to make it 2nd down, and they're going to spot that on the 46. So it's 2nd down and 17. And this is the standard formation, 4 wideouts. And he's got Spencer flanked. Now he moves over to his right. And he's going to go with one. That one was tipped. Looked like it was tipped by Cameron Clark, the linebacker. He's the 240-pounder that is committed to Ole Miss. So incomplete. And that makes it 3rd down and 16, so they're going to have to do, if they can get it inside the 35 or close to the 35, you got to believe it's probably 4-down territory for the Bruins. That big front 4 for the Hornets. They're going to put a lot of pressure on Corbin Howard. And he's looking over to the sidelines. This time, 3 wideouts left, 1 to his right, and Spencer again in the backfield. And he's going to drop straight back. He's going over the middle, and that's intercepted. And picking it up and getting, it's Landon Dowdy, who's going to see time at quarterback tonight. And that is the 3rd interception of the season for the Bruins. And you can see that it was a zone defense, and he just picked that thing up and made mincemeat with it. And a 15-yard return. So the Hornets with the first turnover of the evening. Dowdy, who just had the interception, is in at quarterback, and this is a straight T formation, and he goes straight ahead. He's a big guy, and so he'll get his yardage, particularly with this strong offensive line, and he picks up what looks to be 5 on the play. They used the quarterback a lot, calling his own number. 2nd down and 5 for the Hornets. You can see he just that great push that he had straight ahead. This is the one thing that the Hornets have done successfully during the course of this season. They have forced turnovers on their opponents. He's got 2 wideouts right. And again, straight T backfield. And here you go, right up the middle. This may go all the way. He is at the 10, and he got all the way down to the 1-yard line. That is Gabe Lovern, and boy, he almost, and oh, unfortunately, looks like he is stunned down there, and they're going to take a look at him. And that is not good news. Let's hope that it's just something that he had the wind knocked out of him. Great job by Noah Spencer of getting there to save the touchdown. And they're still looking him over on the sideline. Lovern with a 53-yard run. And he's up. He's going to have to come out for a play, but they marked him out of bounds actually at the 4. From our vantage point, it looked like he made it to the 1, so it's a 50-yard run for Lovern. So it's 1st and goal for the Hornets. And Lovern favoring his left hand just a bit, but it looks like he's going to be okay. Cheerleaders are going to do everything they can to keep this crowd lively tonight. 1st and goal from the 4. And again, straight T backfield. This team employs a fullback quite a bit. And the handoff goes, and trying to make it in, but only making it to about the 3 is Cade Beaver. He's the sophomore. So he got 1 to the 3, 2nd down and goal. This would be a huge lift for the Bruins if they could get a strong goal line stand here early on in the game. We got 8:53 remaining. And trying to go straight ahead and pushing his way down to about the 1. And into the end zone for the touchdown. And that was just sheer determination and effort. And you can see he finally made his way down there. So Dowdy with the touchdown, and the extra point is good. And so we've got 8:43 to go on the board first. South Gibson 7 and USJ nothing.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at Humboldt Dodge Chrysler Jeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
Steve Beverly back from Carlock Stadium in North Jackson, Tennessee, and the South Gibson Hornets took that interception and moved it down the field in 5 plays, going 58 yards for the touchdown. And they lead it 7-0. And this time another short kick and down at the 37. And again, they were trying to get the Bruins in a surprise, and Ryan Hutchison took that one. And so the Bruins again with another great field position to start their drive at the 37. So here they come, and the key thing, it was one of those drives that when that interception was taken at the 23, they literally had 4 men clogging up the seam in the middle. Got 1 man in motion and 3 wideouts, and the handoff goes again to Spencer, and this time not a lot of room, maybe got 1. So he makes it to the 38, 2nd down and 9. Last week, he was held to 56 yards, and you can see that big defensive line makes it hard to be able to get an opening. And got a feeling Bo Wallace is going to try to mix the pass and the run tonight as offensive coordinator. And he fakes the handoff and a little screen going to Spencer this time, and he gets to the 45, so that's a gain of about, they're going to spot it at right at the 45. So it's a gain of 6. 3rd down and 3. They'll use Spencer as a running back as well as receiving out of the backfield tonight. Important third down play for the Bruins, even though it's early. And there you go, up the middle. Can he get it? He was close to it, but it depends on the spot. And from where they are right now, it looks as though he's going to be a yard shy. They're going to spot it right at the 46. So Spencer so far tonight, 3 carries for 7 yards. So they're going back to punt this time on 4th and 1. Cooper Sykes, the junior. Now, you could look for a possible fake here, but I don't know if Derek Pritchard wants to try a gamble with that this early in the game. That one just literally bounced to him, and that one is going to be a slow end-over-end roller, and they down it at the 40. So that was just a 14-yard punt. He had to pick that one up off the ground. No return on that. So Hornets will have it at their own 40. And they started at the 42 with their first drive, and you had that big, long run from Gabe Lovern of 50 yards that set up the touchdown by quarterback Landon Dowdy. And this looks almost like a wishbone set. And the handoff goes to Jonathan Reed, and he is smothered. That's Christian Melton in on that stop. And we got a flag. And let's see what the call is. So that one may be, regardless, it may come back a few yards. Let's see what the officials are going to call. There was a loss of 3, but the flag is going against the Bruins. So it will be 1st and 8 at the 42. They're at the 42. And once again, Dowdy calling signals, hands off, and they go over right tackle, and look at him push on that one. Gabe Lovern once again. And he gets a gain of 6. So that makes it a 2nd down and 2. You had 3 Bruins in on the stop. Mills Terry was one of them. And again, got 2 wide outs, but they don't worry about it. They just go straight up the middle. And a little bit of a cut to the left for Gabe Lovern. He is going to be a workhorse tonight, and that's a 1st down. So they get to the 46. And Lovern is putting on the mileage tonight. 3 carries for 62 yards. 1st and 10 from the Bruin 46. And again, another handoff going off left tackle. And the pickup is going to be about 6 on this one. Second and 4. And the Bruins are facing, as we talked about, a front 4 that is averaging somewhere in the neighborhood of about 242. And you can see how big Jack Smith is, the 295-pounder who's over center. I formation, let's see who moved. They're pointing, the Hornets are pointing toward USJ. And it is, it's offsides against the Bruins, so another 1st down, this one by way of penalty. So they're at the 35. This drive started at their own 40. And they've already picked up 25 yards, marching toward a second score. As the clock ticks down, 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Pitch back goes once again to Lovern. He's got room. He's at the 20, 15, 10, and out of bounds finally at about the 3. And in fact, they say he didn't go out of bounds. Another big run. And Lovern, you can just see, he just outlasted everyone there as he got down to the 3. He's already got 96 yards rushing in tonight's game. Now they're going to line up in a straight T formation. They've got 2 guys in a stack over on the right-hand side, and he just hands it off to Lovern, who goes in untouched. Another touchdown for the Hornets, the first one of the night for Gabe Lovern. And it's already a 13-0 game. So as of right now, it does not look as though the Hornets have lost a thing in any stretch of the imagination. And the kick is up and good. So 4:30 remaining in the first quarter. And it is Hornets 14, Bruins nothing, back in 60 seconds.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Well, it's 14-0 Hornets, and on their 2 previous kickoffs, they tried to catch the Bruins looking with high-floating onside kicks that kept them from any kind of return. So Braxton Crowell, let's see if he does it a third time. And again, it is another end over end that is taken down at the 30 by Ryan Hutchison. So the Bruins, for the third time now, have really fine field position. They have to mark 70 yards, but they haven't had to start deep in their own territory. The first one, they had a turnover with an interception, and the second drive, they fell short by a yard on 3 plays. So here they trot back in, and Sam McMillan is in at tight end. They're going to have 3 wide receivers right. Let's see what Bo Wallace is going to dial up for this. And the handoff goes. They've got a lot of receivers blocking. Nice job of getting away from the traffic by Noah Spencer, and he just pushed his way close to the first down. And let's see if they're going to give it to him. It looks as though, is the official marking first down? Yes, he is. So that opens up a little bit of an avenue for the Bruins, their first down of the night. And calling his own number is Howard. And he gets down to the 44. It was some hard-earned yards, and Jonathan Reed in on the tackle. So it moves up to the 44, 2nd down and 6. Bruins desperately need a good drive right here to somewhat settle down their charges and get back into this contest. All of it has been on the ground so far tonight for the Hornets, 108 yards. And the handoff goes, and it's Spencer. He's got room. He's at the 40 of the Hornets. Big pickup, and that's what they've been needing. So a gain of 17 for Spencer. 33 yards on the evening. So the Bruins now are beginning to move the football forward. They're beginning to make some compensation for that big defensive front four. And there's a screen going to Spencer. As we said, they're going to use him out of the backfield tonight, and he is squirming his way for another 5 down to the 35. 3 out of 5 tonight so far. And there he goes in motion. You see on the Carlock replay. And just give it to him either on the sideline or out on the flat and let him go. That's his second reception of the night. Howard gets his signals from Bo Wallace on the sidelines. Down to 2:25. Hornets on top 14-0. A lot of motion here, and that includes Mills Terry. But the handoff is going to go up the middle. And once again, Spencer this time is held to about, well, let's see, he's picked up to about 3. So it's going to be 3rd down and 3. And the Bruins, you got to believe this is probably 4-down territory with them down 14-0 already. Got 2 wideouts right. And once again, man in motion. The play clock has not started. So Spencer trying to go through that big mass of men in there and just gets nowhere. He may have lost one. He had to get to the 30 for the first down. They're going to give him no gain on the play. So here they go. It is going to be a crucial 4th down play. Alex Wallace coming back in at one of the wideouts. He spread way wide left, and you got 2 receivers right. And here they go. He's springing outside, and he's got to get to the 30, and he does. Once again, using Spencer as a receiver. 3rd first down of the evening for the Bruins. And they spot it on the 28. So Spencer has caught 3 of the 4 completions tonight. And the Bruins continue the drive. This is the 9th play. Oh, fumble, but getting back onto it very quickly was Titus Taylor. And that one just completely bobbled out, so they have a loss of 2 on the play for Taylor. And Paul Hutchison has joined us here at USJ. And that is the end of the first quarter. So it was an impressive series of 2 drives for the South Gibson Hornets. And at the end of the first quarter, they lead USJ 14-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
If it's black, round, and rolls, we have it in stock for you. I'm Taylor at King Tire Company. Come see us at any of our 3 convenient locations in Jackson or Humboldt and let our family take care of yours.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at Humboldt Dodge Chrysler Jeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955,
Bruins will have it 2nd and 13 at the Hornet 31 as we begin the second quarter. In the first quarter, South Gibson outgained USJ 108-57, and we've got timeout called by the officials. And so there was some mixed signals there, and Derek Pritchard wants to talk it over. So we'll take another break. Bruins trying to come back from 14-0 down. We'll be right back.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating, 668-3339, for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
So now we'll start the second quarter. After that 3-yard loss on the fumble, they've got a 2nd and 13. And the handoff goes to Spencer, and he is all hemmed up, but still manages to get away from defenders as he goes backward all the way down to the 25, so it is a gain of 6. 42 yards rushing so far for Noah Spencer. So they'll now face a 3rd down and 7. And Bo Wallace is giving the signals over on the sideline. This time, 3 receivers flanked out left, but they hand it off again to Spencer, and he's trying to find a hole. He's got to get down to the 19. And he made it to about the 21. So he's at the 21. It is 4th down and 2. Got to get to the 19, about the 18 and a half to get that first down. Let's see if they go to him again or if they're going to go to some kind of a pass. And that is exactly what they're going to do. He's got to get rid of it quickly. And he got it. Got it in the, not quite the red zone, but an excellent reception by Mills Terry. And picks it up down to the 12. 5 of 7 tonight passing for Corbin Howard. So they're at the 12. Man in motion. And the handoff goes over left tackle. Can he make it? Spencer's in there, untouched for the touchdown. So the Bruins are right back in this one. So an 8-yard run for Noah Spencer. The Bruins did it on 12 plays, 70 yards, and the extra point is blocked. That line is so big, and they get inside very, very quickly. But the Bruins just have to shake that one off because they drove it all the way down in 11 plays and picked up the score to make it 14-6. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with the Cameron King Interiors kickoff.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
If you are in need of luxury interior design services, look no further than Campbell King Interiors. Based in Jackson, Tennessee, Caroline Campbell and Erica King have a combined experience of 31 years. From residential design services to commercial construction, no job is too big. Let Campbell King Interiors transform your vision into reality. You can find them at www.campbellkinginteriors.com
Here is your Campbell King
or on Instagram
Interiors kickoff, and it goes back to the 11-yard line and trying to navigate his way through a lot of defenders. And finally going down, the key tackle by Drew English. And the pickup goes down to the 27-yard line. It was a 16-yard return. So they'll start their drive on the 28. And that was a good answer drive for the Bruins. Now what they need is another stop right here in this series of exchanges. Each team now with 5 first downs. And it's Dowdy over the ball. Handoff is going over left guard this time, and a pickup again. Carson Moore in on that stop. And a pickup of 6. And with that, Lovern goes over 100 yards tonight on 7 carries. Second down and about 5. Bruins showing blitz. And wide open on the left, and great fake. And finally coming down with the stop on that catch by Jonathan Reed. And that is the first completion of the game. He gets it all the way down to the 46-yard line, and that's the 6th first down for the Hornets tonight. And this is a machine when it comes to moving the football, and so they need a big stop. Look how big it is trying to bring down either Cameron Clark or Reed, no matter who takes it. So the pickup goes down to the 43. That's a second down and 7. They're down 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. This game has progressed very quickly. And there's a fumble, but they pick it up. And let's see, it was a quarterback sneak. There was a fumble on the play, but the Hornets get it back. And apparently no flag. So he gets to the 39. And that makes it 3rd down and 3, and this is a big defensive situation here for the Bruins. You got to believe that it's a 4-down territory right here for the Hornets. Little hesitation. He's got the first down easily, and he may go. 20, 15, 10, 5. He is all the way in for the touchdown. Cade Beaver takes it all the way 36 yards for the touchdown. And you saw once he got into the secondary, nobody was going to touch him. This is the thing that, in particular, because of the fact that he's had to go down in the depth charts with these quarterbacks, as the extra point is good. But you just have to know that Ben Johnson feels tremendous about the fact that they haven't missed a beat tonight with their offense. 7:42 remaining in the first half. It's 21-6 Hornets, back with the Campbell King Interiors kickoff right after this.
If you are in need of luxury interior design services, look no further than Campbell King Interiors. Based in Jackson, Tennessee, Caroline Campbell and Erica King have a combined experience of 31 years. From residential design services to commercial construction, no job is too big. Let Campbell King Interiors transform your vision into reality. You can find them at www.campbellkinginteriors.com or on Instagram and Facebook.
Well, so far, the Campbell King Interiors kickoffs from the side of the field of the Hornets has been a series of floaters. But Braxton Crowell has managed to kick in a fashion to keep USJ from getting any kind of a long return. So let's see whether he goes deep or whether he goes with another one of these short ones. And here is your Campbell King's Interior kickoff. This one is the deepest one of the night. And it's taken at about the 23-yard line, and he got some running room and got out to the 39. A 16-yard return for Aaron Tunstill. And you can see it. He picked it up at the 22 and just moved right through a series of defenders. Had to beat about two more guys, and he might have taken that one all the way. So the Bruins, again, every drive has started with good field position, and they are at their own 38. Two wide receivers right, man in motion, and the handoff once again goes to Spencer. And he's just pushing and pushing and pushing and gets down to the 41. Spencer with 57 yards rushing so far. Lovern for South Gibson, with some of these long runs he's had, 104 yards on 7 carries. And, of course, Beaver with that touchdown run of 36 yards, he added to that total. And they're going over right tackle, and they have picked it up over the 45. So Titus Taylor grinds out some yardage and picks it up to the 46, so it's 3rd down and 2. Bruins desperately want to get another score before halftime because you don't like it with a team that has this much momentum and in particularly power with their offensive and defensive lines. You don't want to get too far behind. And here he goes to Spencer once again, and he's trying to grind it out, and he's close to it. You had 3 Hornets in on the tackle. Let's see if they spot it at the 48, which is where he had to go, and it is about a half yard short. So 4th down and about a half yard. This is a big one. And you can hear across the way the Hornet fans pulling for a 4th down stop. And the Bruin fans are answering them. Total stack formation. Hand off to Spencer, and he got it. Got it up to the 49, perhaps maybe even to midfield. So for the Bruins, that's their 6th first down, and this is really, so much of this is just all Noah Spencer. He just has those legs churning and that power, and that's what you have to do when you've got to get that crucial half yard for a first down. And so far tonight, the Bruins with 63 yards rushing, 62 of them have been from Spencer. And flag. Somebody moved, and Bruins anticipating the penalty. And false start. That is the 3rd penalty of the night for 15 yards against the Bruins, so that will send them back to the 44 for a 1st and 15 as we're getting down close to the 5-minute mark of this first half. Much of this game tonight has been on the ground. And once again, trying to get back as close as he can to the original line of scrimmage, but a pickup of about 2. That'll be 2nd down. Now he's going to give it to him at the 45, so it is 2nd down and 14. And there's just not been a lot of opportunity to move up the middle for Noah Spencer tonight. He's still looking like he's going to have another 100-yard game, but boy, they have been hard to come by. He's averaging a little more than 4 yards, and he faked it to Spencer and gets it out close to the 45 of South Gibson. And you can see it once again here on the Carlock replay as he moved it inside to the 46. So this is an important 3rd down play for the Bruins. They've got to make it to the 41. Going back to pass deep. He's rushed hard, and that one was just completely out of the range. It was intended for Alex Wallace. So it's 4th down and 5 from the 46. 3:52 remaining, and you just got to figure that the Bruins are going to try to make this 4-down territory. All right, they're swapping out some personnel. And there seems to be a confusion over the sidelines, and finally another timeout is taken by the Bruins. So 3:52 remaining. It's 21-6 Hornets back right after this.
New Nissans are rolling in. Over 70 new Nissans to choose from. That means special incentives. 0% financing up to 60 months. And invoice pricing, so you pay what we pay. Plus over 70 pre-owned units. Something for everyone. Certified pre-owned too. Luxury vehicles. BMW, Lexus, Alfa Romeo, and much more at Carlock Prestige. Check out all we have to offer at CarlockNissanofJackson.com. You should already be here.
So the Bruins with a tough decision to make right now with 3:52 remaining. And Howard back in, and they have 4 receivers split out to the far left. They're all down at the bottom of your screen. And he's got Spencer flanked out right. 5 wide receivers on 4th and 5. And there's the pass, and he got the first down. Big play to Mills Terry. and picked it up to the 38. So Terry with 3 catches on the night. That's the 7th first down for the Bruins. Big 4th down conversion. In motion is Hutchison, but let's see what the call is. It looked as though somebody may have moved over on the left-hand side of the line. That indeed is it. It's a 5-yard penalty, so it's going back to the 43. And twice on this drive, the Bruins have been stymied by having to go an extra 5 yards to get the first down. So they're at the 43. They've got to get to the 28 to pick up another first down, trailing 21-6. And it has largely been in the hands of the Hornets since the first drive of the game of 5 plays, 58 yards. This is the 7th play of this drive for the Bruins. And swings it out right. And there you go. Picking up speed. And there he goes off another defender. Spencer may take this one inside the 20. And they got him down to the 18. 25-yard pickoff. You can see just a little swing pattern. And he picked up his blockers and took it all the way down the sidelines and made it to the 18 for a 25-yard pickup. Howard 8 out of 10 tonight. Spencer has caught 4 of them for 40 yards. And that's going to be the first sack of the evening. They just could not control that line, and Spencer thrown for a big loss. Actually, not a quarterback sack, but it was about the equivalent of it as he goes all the way back from the 18 to the 26 for an 8-yard loss. So once again, the big loss makes it 2nd and 18. They've got to get to the 9 for a first down. And they're looking for the right signals from the sidelines. High snap. Quick pass over the middle, and that one was out of the range of Aaron Tunstall, but he is saying that he was interfered with. The official is going to disagree on that. That's only the 3rd incompletion of the evening for Corbin Howard, but now they are facing a challenging 3rd down and 17. Now they've been able to pull out 3rd and 4th down conversions 3 times on this drive. You got Spencer in motion over on the left-hand side, and he's going to take another flare pass. Gets it to the 21. He's still 12 yards short of the first down. Spencer with 5 catches tonight. He has had to do it receiving as well as rushing, but makes it to the 21. And I don't think I see any kind of field goal team coming in, so they're going to try to see if they can do this. Clock running with getting close to 1:10 to go in this first half. And they're bringing Tunstall in, and he's going to spread out right along with Ryan Hutchison. Another big 4th down play for the Bruins. The pass. He's going to have to get around to it. He got it close to the 9. Excellent catch by Alex Wallace. The question is, did he make it close enough for the first down? And we may see a measurement here. It is right at the 9-yard line. Regardless, and they say it is short. They're not even going to measure for it. Oh, what a bad break. Excellent defensive stand in the long run. So the 12-yard pickup, and Miles Terry gave it everything that he had, but just not enough to get them into first down territory in the red zone. So with right at 51 seconds remaining, and the ball at the 9, and the officials are still having a conference over on the side. That ball is so close to first down territory. And I'm certainly don't want to second guess them, but I really wonder why they didn't come out for a measurement, at least from where the box is over across the way with the chain gang. And so the official, again for the second time, refuses to call for the measurement. So it is South Gibson ball at the 9. Now it's going to be interesting to see, 91 yards away from pay dirt, whether the Hornets decide to just sit on it here and go into the locker room with this 21-6 lead. It's been Dowdy all the way at quarterback, and the handoff goes up the middle, and he could break away. Couldn't quite get it, but it's another first down. And they may take a timeout because he had a huge opening. So Gabe Lovern is putting on a show tonight, and they do take timeout. We'll take a break and be right back after this replay and show you how Lovern just powered it up the middle and almost broke this one all the way. 27-yard gain. And Lovern with 131 yards rushing in the first half. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back.
I will be the greatest, greatest, greatest. 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 I will be
We got 42 seconds left here in the first half, and after that explosive run by Gabe Lovern, I don't think that the guys in orange are going to sit on it here because they're in pretty good field position right now with 64 yards to go to get another touchdown, and they hand it right back off to him again, and he pushes his way, and the Bruins push back. There's a fumble, and the Bruins say they have it. And they do. So that's a huge defensive play, and the Bruins are in good field position now. So they've got it at the 37. 36 and a half seconds. They'd love to at least be able to move this into field goal range. They've already taken 2 timeouts in this half. And there's the pass. That's a quick hitter, and it goes to Alex Wallace. And timeout is called. So he picks up to about the 34. So we're going to keep it right here during the timeout. That puts, let's see, it is 2nd down and 7. That puts Howard over 100 yards passing in the game tonight. And Wallace has been a busy man himself across the board. 11 of 14 passing. That's more than, frankly, is usually in the mix in the first half for Corbin Howard. Noah Spencer with 15 carries for 55 yards, but he has had to fight for every last one of them. So they have had to dial up more passing plays and try to mix in screens. And again, they've got 5 wide receivers this time. And that one, Spencer, they let him a little bit too far right, and he didn't have much running room. He made it to the 36. And 24 and a half seconds remaining. And they've got a third down play, 3rd and 9. So they're at the 37, back to the original line of scrimmage as that play lost a couple of yards. And let's see what Bo Wallace dials up here on 3rd down. A little bit of a high snap, but he's going to go for a big one. And that one was just out of the range. In fact, it was out of bounds. He was trying to hit Ryan Hutchison on a post pattern, and it just led too far out of bounds. So we have 4th down and 10 from the 37 with 18.8 seconds remaining. So they're going to go for it on 4th down. This has been pretty much the story of most of this game. We've only had 1 punt, period. Howard, he's being chased, and he's not going to be able to get back to the 1st down mark. He got to the 30. That's the 2nd time he's had to call his own number tonight. Picked up 7 yards, but he was short of the 1st down. So he gave it the best shot he could, but that pursuit was enormous from South Gibson. So this will probably be a knee right here, but I never like to speculate on this because with the power running game they have, it looks like he's going to take a knee, but you never know that this might be one of those. And they got a late man coming into the backfield. That's Jackson Bryant. He instead decides to just take the knee and actually loses 6 yards off of it. And that's your first half. First half that was, you had some good defensive stands on the part of the Bruins, but it's just been so hard to contain this power running game on the part of South Gibson. And the Hornets with a 21-6 lead at halftime. First touchdown was scored by quarterback Landon Dowdy, the senior, who is the third-team quarterback. And he scored on a 3-yard run, 5-play, 58-yard drive with 8:43 to go. Extra point was good to make it 7-0. Gabe Lovern, who has been all over it tonight, had a 3-yard run about 4 minutes later. Extra point was good to make it 14-0. And then USJ finally with an answer on 11-play, 70-yard drive that ended with Noah Spencer on an 8-yard run, his 7th touchdown of the season. The extra point was blocked. That was with 10:19 to go in the second quarter. And then it was an explosive 36-yard run by Cade Beaver, the sophomore. And he's number 2 in tackles, but we saw he can run the ball as well. Beaver 21-6 after the extra point was good. 6-play, 64-yard drive. So that is how the scoring went. We're going to take a break to let you visit with some of our sponsors, and then we'll come back and give you all of the team stats right here on USJ Bruins football.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on, we can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt. Hi, this is Kurt King with King Tire Company. Did you know that you're supposed to rotate your tires every 5,000 miles? Did you know that we do that free at King Tire Company? Come see us today at any 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt and let my family take care of yours.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
New Nissans are rolling in. Over 70 new Nissans to choose from. That means special incentives. 0% financing up to 60 months. And invoice pricing, so you pay what we pay. Plus over 70 pre-owned units. Something for everyone. Certified pre-owned too. Luxury vehicles. BMW, Lexus, Alfa Romeo, and much more at Carlock Prestige. Check out all we have to offer at CarlockNissanofJackson.com. You should already be here.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
McCoy's Heating and Air specializes in more than just HVAC services. Our service department has expert plumbers to handle a wide variety of plumbing issues. Do you have a dripping faucet, broken toilet, or broken water heater? Whatever the issue may be, contact McCoy's today for quick service. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Pools and Spa's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive for full details and see available styles in person. Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Pools and Spa's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
New Nissans are rolling in. Over 70 new Nissans to choose from. That means special incentives. 0% financing up to 60 months. And invoice pricing, so you pay what we pay. Plus over 70 pre-owned units. Something for everyone. Certified pre-owned too. Luxury vehicles. BMW, Lexus, Alfa Romeo, and much more at Carlock Prestige. Check out all we have to offer at CarlockNissanofJackson.com. You should already be here.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on, we can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
Chris King here with King Tire Company. Leveling kits, lift kits, wheels, and tires, we can take care of that at any of our King Tire Company locations at a price you can afford.
Hello folks, this is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at Humboldt Dodge Chrysler Jeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
If it's black, round, and rolls, we have it in stock for you. I'm Taylor at King Tire Company. Come see us at any of our 3 convenient locations in Jackson or Humboldt and let our family take care of yours.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at Humboldt Dodge Chrysler Jeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Well, back we are, and these are your halftime statistics brought to you by the BallGame Blitz Sports Network and Worthy Road Studios. Each team, it looks really more even than it is. First downs, each team has 8 in the first half, but the big deal is that 3 of the plays for South Gibson that went for first downs were touchdowns. In the passing department, and Corbin Howard has been forced into throwing much more than what I know the coaches would prefer, but it has been tough to grind out yardage against this tough defensive line of the Hornets. 12 of 15 with 1 interception, and that interception actually set up the first touchdown of the game for South Gibson. 100 yards even for Corbin Howard. Only 1 pass in the game tonight, and in particular because they are working with a third-team quarterback, it is really not great. It's not greatly in the game plan for South Gibson to throw 1 out of 1 for 26 yards. Rushing, and here's a big stat right here. You know, when you look at the total offense, 163 yards for the Bruins and 170 yards for the Hornets. But take a look at this, though. 63 yards for the Bruins, 144 yards rushing, and 132 of those came from Gabe Lovern, the big guy 9 carries, 132 yards for this junior, who is absolutely amazing. And as we mentioned, he's just a junior, but he has some feelers right now from both Troy and from Austin Peay. Return yardage has not been a big factor, primarily because you've had these high floating semi-onside kickoffs for the most part on the part of the Hornets. So there's not been a lot of returns in this. 31-yard returns in return yardage for the Hornets, 16 for the Bruins. Fumbles, the Bruins have not lost one, but on the other way around, there was one fumble lost by the Hornets, but it didn't really lead to any points. Penalties, the Bruins have had 4 penalties for 20 yards, no penalties so far in the game for the Hornets. And punting has been, frankly, almost non-existent tonight. The Bruins had a bad snap on their punt, and it was only for 14 yards, and the Hornets have not punted at all tonight. You've had a lot of going for first downs on fourth down. They've tried to make fourth down conversions this evening, and that has been really the big part of it. And here we are again. Nice to have you with us once again at Carlock Stadium. It is a perfect night for high school football. Just think about it. The next time we're with you again, it's going to be fall. And it has really, it is so hard for me to believe that tonight we're halfway through the regular season. And next week, all of the region contests, they're there for real. Just point out some individual totals so far here in the first half. For the Bruins, the workhorse running has been Noah Spencer once again with 15 carries for 55 yards, but he has really had to battle his way to get that tonight, averaging about 3 2/3 yards a carry. And as we mentioned, Lovern on the other side for South Gibson, 9 carries, 132 yards, and Cade Beaver, with that big long run he's had 2 carries for 37 yards. 36 of them was his touchdown run with 7:42 to go in the first half. And then receiving in the game tonight, the primary receiver has been Noah Spencer. He's caught 5 passes for 45 yards, and 6 passes for 43 yards. Mills Terry has had 4 receptions for 40 yards tonight. So it has been one of those that there are some good stats for USJ at this point right now, but they haven't been able to convert into anything but 1 touchdown. So it is going to be a challenge, but it can be met in the second half. They're going to have to go. The big threat right off the bat is because first possession is going to go to the Hornets because they chose to defer to the second half, so you know they're going to be receiving as we begin the second half of play. We're about 6 minutes away from the start of the second half, so let's take another break, and then we'll be back with your Campbell King Interiors kickoff.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
If you are in need of luxury interior design services, look no further than Campbell King Interiors. Based in Jackson, Tennessee, Caroline Campbell and Erica King have a combined experience of 31 years. From residential design services to commercial construction, no job is too big. Let Campbell King Interiors transform your vision into reality. You can find them at www.campbellkinginteriors.com or on Instagram and Facebook.
New Nissans are rolling in. Over 70 new Nissans to choose from. That means special incentives. 0% financing up to 60 months. And invoice pricing, so you pay what we pay. Plus over 70 pre-owned units. Something for everyone. Certified pre-owned too. Luxury vehicles. BMW, Lexus, Alfa Romeo, and much more at Carlock Prestige. Check out all we have to offer at CarlockNissanofJackson.com. You should already be here.
I will be the greatest, greatest, greatest. 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 I will be
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes, to belts, to alignments, to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt. Hi, this is Kurt King with King Tire Company. Did you know that you're supposed to rotate your tires every 5,000 miles? Did you know that we do that free at King Tire Company? Come see us today at any 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt and let my family take care of yours.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
They have had a huge number of kids out onto the field. They had cheerleaders that were from about every age from the first time they began to lead them into some of the varsity cheerleaders from USJ, and it was a huge, huge favorite with the crowd here tonight. And as we showed you right at the top of the telecast, it was a beautiful tailgate party that was going on behind us over in the parking lot before this game. The food just smelled exquisitely. And here you go. 3 of those cheerleaders who have been out there in the field tonight. You know, I always wonder when they learn how to wave that way, because somehow they get their wrists in great shape by waving. Yeah. And I think that prepares them for when they're in parades, except when you're in a parade, it has to be slower. Yeah. I'm kidding. And see, here's a couple others right here. See, that's the fast wave. But when you're in a parade and you've got all these people that you pass by, such as the Strawberry Festival Parade or the Christmas Parade here in Jackson, the wave is always slower, and sometimes you just turn your hand in and out on that. Well, so much about and there they are again. They have the technique right for a football game. 21-6, South Gibson leads as we're about a minute away from the kickoff. And there's one of the young ones right there. And I got a feeling there are some parents up there in the stands that are very, very proud. And when they get home, they may actually check out the Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel to see their loved one who was out there on the field tonight. And lining up to go through their pre-second half ritual. Hornets are there. Bruins have not made a return appearance yet, but they have very little time to do that, and I'm sure they'll come around the corner momentarily. Aside from the score not going the Bruins' way, fans have been having a great time here tonight. And I want to salute again this student cheering section for the Bruins. It doesn't matter and there they are right there. It doesn't matter what the score is. They go on and on and on. And you can see some of those cutouts they've got of some of their favorite Bruins. but they are some of the most enthusiastic high school students that you will see anywhere. And they have a lot to be proud of. The academics of this institution, second to none. And I know that these parents who are huge, the Lawrence Welk Show. How about that? The bubbles are going up. But they don't play Lawrence Welk's music. There's a difference in that. Well, what we'll be interested in seeing is if the Bruins can make a quick stop here as we start the second half of play. And here we are. There he is. That's my ace #1 cameraman right here. He brings you some of the great shots that we have every night that we're here at Carlock Stadium, Kirkland Field. And remember, we weren't here this past week, and somebody else is waving hello to us right here. Remember, we weren't on this week, but hopefully it'll all be back to normal next week. And on Wednesday night at 7:30, it's the USJ Coaches Show from the Blacksmith, live downtown, where you eat local, you can relax local, and it is a fun opportunity for us to visit up close and personal with some of the fine athletes from USJ. The last one that we did, we focused on soccer, and it was great fun to get together with the coaches and some of the girls from the soccer team there, and every one of them is a multi-sport athlete. And we were scheduled to do volleyball this past week, but hopefully they'll be on the agenda this coming week. Martha Sheffield and some of her fine players that we hope to be visiting with. So anyway, right here on the BallGame Blitz Sports Network and on the USJ website, it is a great way to see these young people and find out more about them. Corbin Howard warming back up. Ryan Hutchison taking the passes for him. Corbin has got an excellent percentage. He's completed 80% of his passes, but boy, have they really chased him in the pocket tonight. He hasn't been sacked, but there was one run that actually was almost the equivalent of a sack that Noah Spencer took late in the first half. But your key to the second half for the Bruins is going to be making an early stop on this first possession of the Hornets, and then they have to have answer drives very quickly. You can't afford to go into the fourth quarter with a score still like this, because with that big defensive line that you're having to challenge, it takes an awful lot out of you. And trying to make that comeback, and it'll be interesting when and if they get a touchdown to make it, let's say, a 21-12 game. And I'm not trying to be a clairvoyant here, but to make it a 21-12 game, do they attempt to kick it for the extra point, or do they go for two at that point? Percentages would suggest that you just kick it and hope it's not blocked as the first one was, and then that gives you an opportunity to go for two and on an ensuing tying touchdown. But a lot of work has to be done to get to that point. It's time now for your Campbell King Interiors second half kickoff. And getting that thing teed up. You're going to have two receivers deep back at about the 12-yard line. And let's start the second half. That's a good deep one, end over end, taking it the 4. And boy, look at him put on the power. And hard to bring down. He's so tall and he's got so much size. And a tremendous job on the return by Jonathan Reed. He took it all the way from the 4. And it has been spotted at the 38, so a 34-yard return. That's 65 yards in return yardage tonight for South Gibson. All right, Dowdy in at quarterback again. He has taken them all the way, the senior, who is typically a wide receiver. And it looks like somebody may have moved. And moving back a bit, it looks as though South Gibson is expecting the penalty. And that'll be their first one of the evening. So that moves them back to the 33. So they'll start out 1st and 15. If you're a Bruin fan, you'd love to see a couple more losses that would knock them in reverse by the same amount. They got 2 wide receivers right, 1 man in the backfield, and there he goes again. Gets across to the 41 or 42. In on the tackle is Aaron Tunstall. Tunstall, I mean, he is just such a hard guy to bring down. But the pickup to the 41, so it's a gain of 8, 2nd and 7. And handoff goes up the middle again and spinning around and getting close to the first down. He'll be a couple of yards shy, but they're just going to grind it out because they have full confidence in their running attack. So that makes it 3rd down and about 1.5 yards. I'll tell you, Lovern put on a show in the first half. We've seen some so far in this season by Noah Spencer. Big 3rd down play for both teams, and quarterback keeper, and he easily gets it across midfield and the first down. Looks like a pickup of 4. So Dowdy gains the 9th first down of the evening for South Gibson. And they're just grinding it down the field. A drive that started at the 38. So they've already put away 13 yards on this drive, despite the fact that they had a 5-yard penalty in it. This one's going to go around right in. And again, another solid run. On the tackle is Alex Wallace. But you can just see the power they have. And he just following his blockers beautifully on that. And Lovern once again, pickup of 7 to make it 2nd down and 3. He's got 145 yards rushing so far in tonight's game. And it's a pitch back. Same guy, same station, but they couldn't bring him down. And he's going to finally get out of bounds. And let's see, and there is a little bit of, shall we say, crowded, interested parties over across the way. I don't know if a flag was thrown. No flag on that. I think the South Gibson fans wanted one. But instead, it is third down, and they're going to spot this at the 39. And so it's going to be 3rd down, maybe about a 0.5 yard. Now, judging from what their strategy has been so far tonight, this one is either going to be a quarterback keeper or it's going to go right up the middle. officials looking at it to see if it's actually a first down, and he still says it's about a half yard short. Would not be surprised at all if Dowdy calls his own number. And he's taking it right under center, so you had to believe that was the case, and he did. Big, massive men carried him up to the 35 for a gain of 4. So he makes it to the 35. That's 14 yards. Doesn't sound like a lot, but there have been 2 first downs he's converted with quarterback sneaks, and he also scored earlier in the game, scored the first touchdown on a 3-yard run. And here you go once again, it's Lovern, and he's like watching a machine as he gets it down to the 30. So it'll be second down and about 4.5. But we got a flag, so wipe that one off. Holding. So take that gain off for Lovern. And a 10-yard penalty that's going to move the ball back now to, it's right dead on the 45 of USJ. So it's 1st and 19. Right over center is Dowdy. And quick hitter over the middle, going to a fullback this time. Not many teams play with a fullback anymore, but you got one right there in Jurga Crenshaw. And he picked up 3. It's a second down and 16. And they seem to be just content to grind this out, eat up enough clock as they possibly can. And they've already kept it 4 minutes here in this third quarter of play. Pitch out, it goes, and once again, it's the big guy. And Lovern, you got a fumble over in the corner, and let's see who's on top of it. I think South Gibson got it back. That's their 3rd fumble of the night, but they've only lost 1 of them. So they're going to spot it at the 38. So it's 3rd down and 12. It was a pickup of 4 on the play. Actually, they moved it back to the 39. So once again, this is a big 3rd down stop potential for the Bruins. But you figure with this lead and as deep as it is that the Hornets will probably make this 4-down territory. And they continue to chew up the clock. And try to pass. That one gets away, and he's got to get down on that one quickly. There were some mixed signals as well as an outstanding rush. And Christian Melton was all over it back down at the opposite end. And you see what happens. He's looking to pass, and frankly, his running back got in the way, and that one goes all the way back to the 42-yard line. Actually, the 41, they're back in their own territory. So that is a loss of 25 yards on the play. And it's 4th down and forever. And that's their first punt of the evening, and it's a good spiraling kick, and it's a fair catch taken back at the 23-yard line, and that's where the Bruins will start their first drive. But they ate up exactly half a quarter to get it down to the 6-minute mark, so the Bruins have their work cut out for them. They have to go 77 yards on this drive. Derek Pritchard and Bo Wallace giving the Bruins their instructions and a little bit of energy because they have had to fight hard against a bigger defensive line. And once again, you can see the size they've got on this shot up front. And working around left end and finally forced out of bounds. This time it was Ryan Hutchison. And we haven't called Hutch's name a lot tonight, but he picked up that swing pass and picked up 6 yards on the play. That's his first reception of the evening. And you got Hutchison in motion once again, and you got a flag. There may have been 2 men in motion at the same time. No, they're going to say a false start. So the Bruins, after had a 2nd and 4, and then they cost themselves some territory with that false start. So it's 2nd down and 8. Almost the same play. Hutchison, and they dropped it. Bad snap, and he had no choice but to fall on it. That play looked as though it was intended to go to Hutchison on the opposite side of the field, but instead the Bruins are just working themselves in a backward direction. Back to the 16. So it is a loss on the play of 9. And let's see what they pull out of the playbook here. Going back to pass, he's going to have to go himself and see how much yardage that he can get. He gets up to about the 18. So it's a gain of about 2 for Howard, but he just had very, very little running room. And that makes it 4th down and approximately 15. So going back to punt for the 2nd time tonight is Cooper Sykes. He faced a big rush on his first kick, and this is your Campbell King punt. And that one's a low one, almost like a rugby-style kick, but he gets a good roll out of it. And that one stops at the 46 of South Gibson. So it's a 35-yard punt. And you begin to hear Rocky Top, which, of course, tomorrow down in Gainesville, there are a lot of UT fans who want to hear that song played quite a bit. And it has been a struggle for the Gators to start this college football season. So we're down to 4:18 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hornets still on top, 21-6, stacked backfield. And a little bit of confusion on the handoff. It goes to Crenshaw once again, and the exchange was a little bit awkward. He picks up 2. 2nd down and about 7.5. Temperature has gone down to about 72 degrees here in the Hub City tonight. That is absolutely ideal high school football weather on a Friday night. And again, they're content to chew up as much of this clock as they possibly can. Handoff goes very, very quickly, and very quick on the stop on that one. Excellent job on that. Ben Melton on top of it on the stop. Pickup of 3. So it's 3rd down and 4. And Lovern with 155 yards rushing tonight. Big 3rd down play for both teams, but again, we have to say across midfield, this is probably going to be 4-down territory for South Gibson. And again, right over center is Dowdy. And he hands it off to his big guy, and he's short by about 2 yards. So Lovern gets to the 46. And a gain of about 2. And they're going for it. Not a doubt in my mind that they were. This may be another quarterback keeper again. We've seen that 3 other times tonight. And making sure his linemen know which direction to go in. Dowdy calling signals instead. He fakes it and rolls out right. He's got the first down easily. Goes out of bounds at the 35. It is a pickup of 13. So Dowdy has done it 3 times tonight on 4th down. 2 on quarterback sneaks and a 3rd one right there on a rollout play that was designed for that from the get-go. So they're at the 35. And that is the 11th first down of the evening for South Gibson. And handoff once that snap was not the best I've ever seen, but it doesn't matter because look at those legs start churning again for Lovern, and he tries to break away. He gets the first down. On the tackle was Christian Melton, but even with 3 Bruins trying to bring this guy down, watch it once again. It was just an amazing, spirited run on his part. And he just kept churning and churning and churning and got down to the 22. So he's up to 170 yards on the night. And they're continuing to chew up the clock. Nobody has scored in the 3rd quarter. And handoff straight up the middle once again. This one to Cameron Clark, the 240-pounder who is a tight end by trade. And he picks up to the 19. 2nd down and 6. Tell you, that Clark at Ole Miss, I got to tell you, they are going to get a fine one in him. And look at this. I'm going to tell you, Jack Smith, this is just a sophomore at 295 at center. And again, going straight up the middle and just dragging his way once again is Cameron Clark. As we say, Clark carries 240 pounds, and we got a Bruin down. Clark made it to the 7. He's at the 16-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down and 2. And that's Barrett Shelton coming off. He may have just had the wind knocked out of him. They're going to come over and take a look at him. And they wind the clock. We're under a minute. And a 3rd down and a long 2. But this has just been all on the ground for the Hornets. And timeout is called. The officials want to have a discussion. Ball is at the 15. They got to get to the 13 for a first down. And substitutions are made on both sides. And this will likely be the final play. Unless it goes out of bounds, it'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Dowdy, who's been a strong game manager so far tonight. And he's going to hand off once again. Very, very quick hitter. And this time you got Bruins swarming all over. 4 of them to bring down Lovern. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's just as it was when we left you at halftime. Hornets still lead the Bruins 21-6. We'll be back with the final 12 minutes right after this.
New Nissans are rolling in. Over 70 new Nissans to choose from. That means special incentives. 0% financing up to 60 months. And invoice pricing, so you pay what we pay. Plus over 70 pre-owned units. Something for everyone. Certified pre-owned too. Luxury vehicles. BMW, Lexus, Alfa Romeo, and much more at Carlock Prestige. Check out all we have to offer at CarlockNissanofJackson.com. You should already be here.
And there you go. You get some of these college fight songs in there, and that really peps up these ladies here. This is, again, a fourth quarter where the Bruins, you got to know at this stage of the game, stamina is everything in this fourth quarter. Because of the fact they have had to grind it out so much, there haven't been many long, explosive plays that can give the offense a rest. And most of these drives that we've seen this evening have been long ones on the part of each team. The Bruins had the longest one, a 70-yard drive on 11 plays for their only score back with 10:19 remaining in the second quarter. But now this is an important fourth down. It's 4th and 2 for the Hornets. Got a hold of Eagles right here. And he's going to pass. Going for it, and it's way too long. And a flag was thrown in the end zone, which that typically is going to mean interference. But let's see if it's offensive or defensive pass interference. They were running a short post pattern, and let's see what the call is. It's holding against the Bruins, and unfortunately, if you are a USJ fan, that gives another first down to South Gibson. So the ball is placed on the 7, and that's a fourth down conversion that you did not want to see if you're a USJ fan. So they're at the 8, 1st and goal. And again, just taking it right under center. And the handoff goes down to about the 5 to Cade Beaver. And they spot it dead on the 5. Beaver 3 carries for 41 yards in tonight's game. But they're in no hurry to go tempo at this point because with a 21-6 lead in the red zone, they feel like this could be the one that puts it away for South Gibson. And again, he hasn't run much shotgun tonight. And the pitch, he bobbles it, and it looks as though one of the linemen may have, no, it looks like the Bruins have it. Deaton Hearn was battling for it. Let's see who came away with it for the Bruins. And he just simply bobbled that ball. It was not a bad pitch out. I'm trying to see on the replay here who it was, and we couldn't quite catch who picked up that fumble, but another big stop and a big mistake on the part of South Gibson. The Bruins have a long way to go with this one. They got to carry it 92 yards, but it is a huge opportunity for them right now if they can go down the field with 10:45 remaining and get a score to bring them within 1. Again, you got 3 receivers spread, but instead they go to Spencer once again trying to get anything he can. It looks like it may be no gain on the play. Perhaps 1. Yeah, they put it on the 9. Noah 16 carries for 56 yards in tonight's game. Second down 9 Bruins, and they're going more tempo right now because they actually feel like they have to, because this Hornet team, they absolutely, and it's going to be Spencer once again, and he just could not, the hole closed up as he picked up only 1. He's done everything he can, but against this huge line that they face. And you got Mason Bennett at 254, Jack Smith at 295. It's just hard to get a lot of openings. Both these teams coming in tonight at 3-1 on the season. And Howard trying to redirect his charges. He almost has to throw here, and he couldn't find anybody open. Finally gets one out over around the 15 and going down close to the first down. And I think he is probably, let's see where they're going to spot it. It looks like they're going to put it down at about the, it's a first down. Actually, that was on second effort. 14 of 17 passing tonight. They're on the 18. 9th first down of the night for the Bruins. All right, that's 1. You need about 5, 6 more. This one's going out in the flat to Mills Terry, and he was nailed. That one went for about a 3-yard loss back to the 16. Mills has had 5 catches tonight, but it just no room to run, 37 yards. And again, clock ticking away down close to the 8.5-minute mark here at Carlock Stadium tonight. Steve Beverly with all the action. But it's time for the Bruins to get one. And again, a screen that is going to go in reverse. That one is going to be for a loss of 7. Third down and 20 for the Bruins. 16 of 19 for 104 yards for Corbin Howard. Now they've got 3 receivers spread out way wide right. And once again, Spencer in the backfield, lined up directly behind his quarterback. And they are pushing him hard, and he's going to have to take it out at about the 10. Nobody was open, and just had no way of being able to stack that one up. So it's excellent defense on the part of the Hornets. So it's back on the 10. So the Bruins have no choice but to punt at this point with 7.5 minutes remaining. Standing in his end zone, and there's a high end-over-end kick, and it's going to drop like a poached egg, and then it's going to roll a little bit further down to about the 41. So a 31-yard punt. Bruins have averaged 27 yards a punt tonight. But at the 41, this is going to be excellent field position, because even if the Hornets don't take it down for another score, we've seen them just chew up so much of the clock tonight, and that's the way this offense is designed to do. Keep it on the ground. And it's a stacked backfield. He goes to the second man through, and that once again is Lovern, and he gets 7 yards down to the 34. Lovern up to 179 yards on the night. Second down 3. But they're going to do nothing in the way of fast tempo because all they're interested in doing right now is just chewing this clock up. And deep in the backfield once again is Lovern. And they're using him. They're using him like Alabama used to use. Oh, my goodness. He got 2 on that one, so it's 3rd down and 1. But that's going to eat up about another 35 to 40 seconds. They use him about like Alabama used to use Derrick Henry late in the game and just one run right after another. And he's got a build that's a lot like Derrick Henry. Lovern goes 225, stands 6'4", hard guy to bring down. And there you go, once again, another 3rd down conversion that is done by Dowdy. And he gets them now down to the 29. And again, that clock just goes and goes and goes. If you were a kid, you'd want Christmas morning to come that quick. They're probably talking in the huddle about what they'd like to do as far as what the post-game meal would be, because it's down to 5:30, 5:29, 5:28. And the handoff once again. Nice stack up. Excellent job on the tackle. Carson Moore was there. Sam McMillan. Boy, that looked like a what you call a waist lift takedown. So it is 2nd down and 9 on the 1-yard gain. And they're just content to grind it out. And once again, Lovern just keeps those legs churning, gets down to about the 23. And a pickup of 6. 3rd down and 3. He's got to get just inside the 20 to make the 1st down, but they have, on this particular drive, they have eaten up 4 minutes on the clock. And that's their, I mean, this looks like old man's football, but that's exactly what it's designed to be, because they get that lead and then they just dare you to come get them, and they'll just run out the clock if they get a 2-touchdown lead. And there you go. He's over right tackle and right end, and he is in. 2nd touchdown of the night for Lovern. And he had a 19-yard run for the touchdown and the extra point to come. And they used up 4 minutes and 40 seconds on that drive. And the spot, even though it was a bad snap, the kick is good. 28-6 Hornets. And it was done once again all on the ground. And that was 10 plays. And they started that drive on the 48. 10 plays, 48 yards. And now the Bruins are playing for pride at this point in time, as we're less than 4 minutes. It has been just one of these old-fashioned grinders of a football game. And USJ had a couple, one early in the season against Peabody, and then another 20-19 victory that frankly, they were grinders that ended in victory. But this is an experienced, a large front line that they have both on offense and defense, and they're just steady. They haven't had to pass the football tonight, and they have just relied, and frankly what they've done is they have used their third-team quarterback, Landon Dowdy, who's a senior, as a game manager tonight, and he has done it brilliantly. And here comes your Campbell King Interiors kickoff. And it's another one that it looks just like it is designed to be an onside kick. It's taken at the 39, and that's where the Bruins will play it, 61 yards away from pay dirt. And the Bruin fans would love to see them take it all the way down and at least get this thing back to a 2-score game. And you hear in the background one of my all-time favorites, the horse. It's been around more than 50 years, and it is still a favorite of high schools and colleges everywhere as a pep song. One of the all-time greats. Bruins again with their standard spread formation and a fumble. And it looks like that it's going back to the Hornets once again. And that tonight is the first fumble that was lost by the Bruins. They had a pickup of 2 yards on the play, but it was just not, that play just was very slow in developing, and he had a hard time getting a handle on it. And so Bruins cough it up, and with 3:44 to go, you gotta really believe that they're just going to ease this one out. Bruins have passed it 19 times tonight and completed 16 for 104 yards, but they haven't been able to get one really deep. And the official whistles everything dead. Timeout called. And it may be that you're going to see some reserves check in now for South Gibson. Well, let's take a timeout, and we'll be right back to wind up the final 3:44. Stay with us.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, when you talk about a grind-it-out, chew-up-the-clock type of game, that's exactly what this is. We have only been on the field 2 hours and 1 minute tonight, and I got a feeling we're going to be finished with this one before 9:15, and that's because, particularly with the lead team just doing very little passing and being successful in keeping the ball in bounds for much of it, and straight ahead it goes. And that looks like Matthew Howell on the carry, and we have not called his name tonight. He gained 1 on the play. It's 2nd and 9. Brady Yeomans, who's a senior, is in now. So we're seeing a lot of the guys who haven't had a chance to play, but we got that still big center in there, Jack Smith, who goes 295. And Dowdy is still in at quarterback, but he's got a new backfield. Don't think you're going to see him pass the ball. And once again, it is Howell, the junior. He usually plays defensive back, but they're using him as a running back now with the game pretty much in hand as he gets to the 34 and picks up 5. 3rd down and 4 as we're down to the last 2.5 minutes. Next week, Bruins will be starting region play, and it'll be that way all the rest of the way. And a handoff in the backfield, and there's a fumble, and getting down on it quickly. Good job on the tackle for Drew English. But the loss of that one goes back to the 41. But the clock is just going to roll. So this is going to be 4th down and 15. And they're just going to back up on this one and punt it. Only the second punt of the night. First one went for 43 yards. And he lofts a high one that goes all the way back, a fair catch taken back at the 6-yard line. With 1 minute and 21 seconds remaining. 37-yard punt. So the Bruins with a final opportunity to try to make it a little bit more respectable. They got a lot of territory to have to carry. And this has been definitely a field position game in the second half, and only one touchdown, which was the game plan drawn up to a T by South Gibson. And there's a wide out going to the 10 and gets to about the 12. And for Hutchison, that's only his second grab of the night. But he picks up 7 on the play. And the final minute, there's your handoff. And there is Spencer, who gets down to the 17, and he's still just a little bit short of the first down. They give him the first down. Said he just got over the territory there. So that's the 10th first down of the evening for the Bruins. 14 first downs for South Gibson. And a handoff, and again, a bad exchange on that, and so they're going to lose some territory. So the loss is going to be back to the 15 as the clock ticks off the final seconds here from Carlock Stadium. And this may well be the final play of the evening. And they're just going to hand it straight up to Titus Taylor. And he powers back up to about the 18, so give him 4. And that's it. So the Bruins faced a buzzsaw in this extraordinary team from Medina that has come in here tonight, and they have played, if you will, old man's football. Grind it out, don't pass unless it's absolutely necessary, and chew up the clock. And they did every part of that as if it was drawn up perfectly. And your final score is South Gibson 28, USJ 6. Let's take a 3-minute break, and I'll give you the final stats. Stay with us.
McCoy's Heating and Air specializes in more than just HVAC services. Our service department has expert plumbers to handle a wide variety of plumbing issues. Do you have a dripping faucet, broken toilet, or broken water heater? Whatever the issue may be, contact McCoy's today for quick service. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Pools and Spa's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive for full details and see available styles in person. Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Pools and Spa's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
New Nissans are rolling in. Over 70 new Nissans to choose from. That means special incentives. 0% financing up to 60 months. And invoice pricing, so you pay what we pay. Plus over 70 pre-owned units. Something for everyone. Certified pre-owned too. Luxury vehicles. BMW, Lexus, Alfa Romeo, and much more at Carlock Prestige. Check out all we have to offer at CarlockNissanofJackson.com. You should already be here.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes, to belts, to alignments, to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
Chris King here with King Tire Company. Leveling kits, lift kits, wheels, and tires. We can take care of that at any of our King Tire Company locations at a price you can afford.
Hello folks, this is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installation, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Well, it was a tough night for the Bruins. At halftime, it looked as though this was a possibility, or a little before halftime, it looked as though it was a possibility that they would be able to go into the locker room with a 14-6 lead, 14-6 lead for the Hornets, and maybe make a game of it in the second half, but a late second quarter score on a 36-yard run by Cade Beaver made it a 21-6 halftime lead for South Gibson. And then no one scored in the third quarter and the fourth quarter with 3:52 left. It was Cade Lovern who had the big night rushing tonight. 19-yard run, and that iced it 28-6. I'll give you a quick rundown on the stats. 14 first downs for South Gibson, 10 for USJ. In passing, Corbin Howard was 17 of 20, threw one interception for 111 yards. He just could not get a long gainer. For South Gibson, they only threw one pass tonight. It was completed for 26 yards. Rushing, USJ ran the ball tonight. And I'm trying to get these totals exactly right here. USJ ran the ball 29 times for 173 yards. But it was that ground game of South Gibson, 43 carries tonight for 283 yards. And again, you keep the ball on the ground 43 plays and you average right at 7 yards a carry. Chances are you're going to come away with a victory unless you've got a very, very volatile passing attack that you are facing. South Gibson lost 2 fumbles, but the Bruins could not convert either of those into a score. USJ gave up 1 late in the game. Punts, it was 2 for 40 yards for South Gibson. USJ 3 punts for 26.7. And penalties, USJ 6 penalties for 31 yards, and for South Gibson 2 for 15. Individual totals as we wrap it up here tonight from Carlock Stadium. In rushing, the big gun tonight was Gabe Lovern. Gabe Lovern for South Gibson, 21 carries, 188 yards, and he just showed why he is almost impossible to bring down, was just durable. And this is a guy that is going to go on to a tremendous college career, but folks, he's got one more in high school. And then for USJ, it was 20 carries for 58 yards for Noah Spencer, but facing this big line tonight, he just simply could not get a breakaway run as we've seen him do in the first 3 games of the season. But he was the leader for USJ in receiving 7 catches for 36 yards for Spencer. They tried to use him as a receiver out of the backfield a good bit. 7 carries for 36 yards, so that gave him 94 yards total offense tonight. Wallace and Hutchison with 2 catches each. Miles Terry had one of his bigger nights receiving 5 catches for 37 yards. But again, it was a case of ball control tonight, and it was brilliantly done by South Gibson. So next week, region play starts, and we're going to have it with you every week down the stretch. And next week, let's start a brand new winning streak for the Bruins and get it back going again and send the fans home happy. Hope you'll be with us because our kickoff next week will be once again at 6:45 with a pregame show, and then at 7 o'clock we'll have the first region game of the season. So that wraps us up tonight from a not really happy night for Bruins fans. 28-6 the final. South Gibson is the victor. Tonight's game, as we always say, the executive producer is Paul Schultze, and he also directed tonight's telecast. Jack Young and Christopher Craigie were on cameras, and yours truly, Steve Beverly, on the play-by-play. So, until we're with you again next week, this is Steve Beverly on behalf of our fine crew, saying so long from the great hub city of West Tennessee.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports.
The Jackson Rockabilly, Union and Bethel Universities, USJ, TCH, JCS, and Peabody.
Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers.
Thanks to the sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.